Good morning to one and all present here. First and foremost, I would like to convey my sincere thanks for the management of BET Institute of Arts and Science, Dindal E Road, the principal, staff of the same college. And now we are going to see the faculty development program on the theme Industry 4.0, the new normal. So how, first of all, I will just give you a brief intro or the agenda of this presentation. So how it will go means, first I will just brief you about the meaning of what exactly is the Industry 4.0. Then I'll brief you about what are all the top 10 technologies in the year 2019. Then I will also talk about various IoT applications and user cases. What are all the technologies which actually augment to Industry 4.0 today? The meaning of it in a simplest form, even the non-technical persons also can understand it. Then actually we will see the practical applications in various industries, how the Industry 4.0 is being applied. So if you see, these are all the background technologies which is being used, which is called as augmented reality, system integration, cloud computing, big data, IoT, 3D printing, cyber security, autonomous robo, and simulations. So here, if you see in this presentation, we are going to discuss almost some of the things which is being implemented in Industry 4.0 technologies. So let us see one by one. Next slide, please. If you see, in the year 2019, various research firms have conducted several researches. So if you see this slide, Internet of Things have already connected more with mobile devices and smartphones, and all over the world it is being used. And a prediction tells that by the year 2020, the number of active wireless connected devices will get doubled, connecting more than 5 billion people and 50 billion things. So this data itself says that how Industry 4.0 is evolving in the present scenario. So smart homes, wearables, smart city, smart grids in electricity power generation areas, industrial internet, connected car, connected health, smart retail, smart supply chain, and smart farming. Let us see some of the practical applications of these things. Next slide, please. Quantum computing. So now we are just started seeing the various Industry 4.0 technologies in the simplest form so that layman also can understand. Quantum computers are actually different from our normal computers, and it uses for quantum bits. It is called as qubits. These qubits are actually much more faster and many more time powerful when it is having the computing abilities and doing the operations. But the thing is, quantum computing is still in its infancy stage, but experiments have carried out in various aspects, and they are actually very good hope is being given by the software professionals which related to quantum computing. Next slide, please. So now we will see what is augmented reality and virtual reality. Augmented reality, it is nothing but actually to overlays the digital images onto your view of the real world, often through a smartphone. So augmented reality, through our smartphones, usually we realize the augmented reality, and virtual reality is nothing but it primarily uses a headset, so a goggle or cooling glass kind of thing, coolers, which will give you an immersive 3D experience. Next slide, please. Now the latest technology is called as Angular and React. You need not worry about the contents which is given in this slide. I'll just tell what it is. These two are Angular, JS is JavaScript. These two, Angular, React, and are app development tools frameworks. Behind the scenes, these tools are being used by various companies. Next slide, please. So if you see, the left side is are those companies which are using the React JavaScript framework, and right side, if you see, these are the companies which are being used. These companies are using the Angular development framework. If you see Instagram, Facebook, Uber, Netflix, Dropbox, Airbnb, these are the companies which uses the React technologies. If you see Google, HBO, Forbes, Sony company, Nike, General Motors, all these companies use Angular development framework behind the scenes in order to operate their businesses. Next slide, please. So now RPA is nothing but robotic process automation. So it enables companies not only to automate mundane repetitive tasks, now it is far more better, and it tries to free up the employees from doing the day-to-day activities or monotonous jobs. So RPA, robotic process automation, we call it as robots or robotics or chatbots nowadays. So they usually replicate the actions of humans interacting with application user interfaces. So what happens? No changes are there to existing interfaces, but it reduces the swivel chair integration, plus it efficiently executes high volume work. Next technology being used in Industry 4.0 is blockchain. So it is developed by Bitcoin, a digital payment system. I'll just simply tell you, one particular transaction, one single transaction is being divided into several blocks, or in the simplest form, several parts, and each part or each division is being encrypted, and it is being encrypted through the blockchain process, and it is one single transaction. We have got utmost security so that no one can hack anything, and this blockchain technology is being used enormously in financial sectors, especially by banks nowadays. Next slide, please. This I had already given. This blockchain is developed by Bitcoin, a digital payment system. And if you see, one single transaction is being divided into different blocks or parts for your understanding, so that no one can actually hack the financial transactions. And it is being heavily used by banks and financial sectors. Next slide, please. So now you see, this is also upcoming technology which is being used in Industry 4.0. It is called as digital twin. It refers actually to a virtual model process, product or services. So a replica will be created, and this digital twin will act as a bridge between the physical and digital world. That is why we call it as digital twin. Next slide, please. So now, big data, everybody, you might have heard in the software sector, big data, cloud computing, and even the people or employees working in other industries also will be hearing these technology buzzwords, cloud computing and big data. Just we will see meaning only. So it is nothing but it provides various resources to store, compute in databases and monitor tools on demand. Whereas big data is nothing but it provides a way or a process to handle huge volumes of data, and through those generated huge volumes of data, we can usually create insights to take meaningful decisions. Next slide, please. So now AI also, most of us might have heard, it is called as artificial intelligence. So actually what we are doing in AI means the capacity given by humans, means the software engineers are trying to give the thinking capacity of humans to machines in order to memorize and learn from their own operational experience, so that these machines can think and create and speak like human beings, and also like human beings they can also judge and make decisions whenever and wherever required. Next slide, please. So if you see in this slide, it is a research related data we are projecting here. So January 2020, digital around the world in 2020. If you see 7.75 billion urbanization are actually using these digital technologies around the world, and unique mobile phone users, if you see the numbers, it comes up to 5.19 billion. So penetration is all about 67%. And internet users all around the world, it is now about 4.54 billion. Penetration is all about 59%. And when you see active social media users, it talks about 3.80 billion, and penetration is all about, it is nearly touching around 50%. Exactly, it is 49%. This is given by Hootsuite research firm. Next slide, please. So if you see, again in January 2020, global e-commerce growth by category wise. So if you see fashion and beauty sector, fashion and beauty sector, 18% growth is there, and electronics and physical media, again 18% growth is there, food and personal care 13%, digital music 4.8% plus, and if you see video games 4.9% addition, and toys and hobbies, if you see, plus 16%. So you can understand the growth explosion of e-commerce industry using this industry 4.0 technologies. Next slide, please. So we had already seen this global e-commerce growth by category wise. So fashion and beauty plus 18%, we had seen the increase in the usage of industry 4.0. And if you see electronics and physical media plus 18%, food and personal care plus 13% increase, furniture and appliances, you can see 19%. Then video games, it is all about around 5%, exactly it is plus 4.9%. When it comes to digital music, it is 4.8%. And toys and dry hobbies, it comes around plus 16%. Next slide, please. Now, so far we had discussed about the various technologies in the simplest form, which constitute as the components of Industry 4.0. Now we will see the real-time applications of this Industry 4.0 IoT technologies, which we had discussed so far, how it is being used in various industries. So now let us see in agriculture sector or farming sector, how it is being used. So artificial intelligence in farming. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. So if you see Internet of Things in agriculture, with the usage of IoT technologies, having a tablet in your hand, you can actually diagnose the diagnosis of disease of the farmings, then variable rate of fertility you can identify, how much water you require to pour, whether it is a dry field or wet field, how you can also spray pesticides using drones. You can collect the soil erosion details. You can also monitor field through drones, and you can also analyze how much yield is given by your crops. So these are all the various possibilities available using this IoT technologies in agriculture. Next slide, please. So if you see here, a person is holding a laptop or a tablet laptop, and he is using drones. So it can be, these drones, what it can do means, these drones can detect sowing seeds. These drones can do the water management on behalf of the farmer. These drones also can pest and weed control, means it is for prevention and cure, and it also can identify dryness of land, whether the land, farming land is wet or whether it is dried. So all these possibilities are there using these IoT technologies in farming sector or agricultural sector. Next slide, please. So if you see in this slide, a robo is being actually used in order to identify the quality and grading of the fruits. If you see the right sides, the person is holding a tab and he is analyzing actually how much quality the fruit is having and what kind of grade can we give as a farmer. So actually it is like robotics for fruit harvesting, so which is being used again by Industry 4.0 technologies. So next slide, please. So far, we had actually seen the applications of Industry 4.0 technologies in agricultural sector. Now we will see the applications of Industry 4.0 in healthcare sector. So if you see, next slide, please. If you see this research data given by Technavio company, the market will be accelerating at percentage of 28% of at a CAGR over 28%. And incremental growth, they are actually predicting from the year 2018 to the year 2023, 5.16 billion growth will be there. And what they are predicting actually is in the year they are predicted for 2019, it is estimated at 25.19%. So if you see, the market is actually moderately concentrated with few players only are there occupying a huge market share. So what indicates it indicates means many other players can emerge and make money using this technology. So if you see the data, 49% of the growth will come from North America, and one of the key drivers for this market will be the push for digitalization in healthcare. Next slide, please. So now you are seeing a slide. So it is nothing but it is called as Da Vinci surgical system. It is being written there. If you see one person is sitting there on the seat in the operation room or medical control room, Da Vinci, he is using actually a Da Vinci surgical system. It is called as robotic surgical system, and it can be controlled by a surgeon from a console. Console is there. If you see, he is operating through that console, and it is actually developed by an American company, Intuitive Surgical, and it is the company name is American company name is Intuitive Surgical Company, and actually it is approved by FDA. FDA is nothing but Food and Drug Administration. So it is safe to use this Da Vinci surgical system, which robots will be assisting the doctors in doing their operations. Next slide, please. So the actual application you are seeing there, doctors are using that robotic Da Vinci surgical system robot. They are actually operating with its assistance in the human being body parts. Next slide, please. So now if you see in this picture, again robotic assistant, the doctors are using the robotics in order to carry out the angioplasty in hospitals. So now if you see this picture, actually it is in a first, it is a robotic assisted angioplasty which has been introduced in Ahmedabad hospital. Okay, it is in India, in a Ahmedabad hospital. The hospital name is Apex Heart Institute. Apex Heart Institute. It is AHI for the first time, and this robotic has been actually used in the year January 2018. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. So now, if you see this slide, you can actually find out the key facts about the various wearable technologies in healthcare. So almost 15 hours per week, users are using these wearables in healthcare sector, and it could be saved by doctors whose patients who use wearable technology. So doctors can actually save 15 hours per week when they use this wearable technology in healthcare. In a study, you can also see that in a study with over 100 people, wearable technology identified 13 disease-related findings. So wearable technology is not only to track your diseases, it is also used to identify variable diseases in your in a person by the doctors. So, and its efficiency improvement is all about increasing 20% from body sensing technology. And this data has been provided by Business Insider Intelligence. Next slide, please. So if you see in this slide, wearable medical devices market is, so global wearable medical devices market size in US dollar million is from 2018 to 26. In the year 2018, it is about $24,571 million, whereas in the year 2026, it is about $139,536 million it is being projected. So in North America alone, wearable medical devices market size in 2018, it is this much US million. And if you see global wearable market, medical devices market share by product is 2000, by 2018 is 24,571 million. Next slide, please. So now if you see in this picture, it is called as Series 4, and this watch has been developed by the Apple company, and the name of this watch is called as Series 4. So it will add features that will allow you to take high quality heart readings and detect falls. Detect falls means whenever you get some strokes, you will fall down. So that also it will predict, it can predict it. So it actually takes electrocardiograms or EKG. We call it as EKG in the healthcare sectors. On the device itself, it can take a feature, it is given clearance by US Food and Drug Administration's FDA. So it is safe to use again. So whenever you are about to fall, then it will alert you so that the surrounding persons can come and actually save you. Next slide, please. So now if you see in this slide, doctor is actually wearing a glass, okay, Google kind of thing, goggler kind of thing. It is called, this doctor name is a cardiothoracic surgeon. His name is Pierre Theodore, MD. He dons the Google glass. If you see the first picture, left hand side, Google glass while performing the thoracic surgery. Okay, the Google glass, how it helps this doctor Pierre Theodore means, it actually allows the doctor to refer CT or X-ray images without having to turn away from his patient during surgery. So he need not turn his head or face to see the monitor in order to identify what symptoms are there. He can straight away wear this Google glass. It is an 1.8 ounce computer configured glass, like a pair of, it will look like a pair of eyeglasses, and it's already gaining popularity in the medical world as a teaching tool also. So recording surgeries from the surgeon's point of view can be recorded, and live streaming can be done so that the doctor's colleagues or the students who are studying the medicine courses, it will be helpful for them also how a real-time operation is being performed by the specialized doctor. Next slide, please. So now in this slide, if you see, this watch is developed by a company named Fitbit. Okay, and it is named as Versa. It is a Fitbit Versa. It is a sleep tracker which has made aware of the sleep patterns. So if you see in the diagram, what and all possibilities this Fitbit Versa can do means, at 11 p.m. you went to bed at 10:34 p.m. Exactly it tells when did you go to bed, when did actually you fall asleep, how much time it has taken by you to fall asleep, and how much time you were awake during that sleeping period, how much time you were in bed. Actually it shows 8 hours 9 minutes, for example, and in those 8 hours 9 minutes, how many hours did you actually sleep? So it shows 7 hours 5 minutes. So it minute by minute, hour by hour, you can, by using this watch, you can track your sleep pattern, whether you are asleep or whether you are awake. So it also shows the overall sleep efficiency is all about 90% using this Fitbit Versa sleep tracker. Next slide, please. So now if you see, again, the doctor is wearing a goggle kind of thing. It is developed by the company name Microsoft. We all know that. So this glass is named as HoloLens. So using the Holo Anatomy app, actually the viewers can walk around a holographic human body standing in the middle of the room. So the doctors standing in the middle of the room, they can walk around and see the body, human body. But actually if you see, the body does not have any skin. So allowing the doctors to see the muscles, arteries and veins. So inside a human body, they can easily see the muscles, arteries and veins. If they step in closer, can see the doctors can, if they step in closer, the doctors can also see the bones and organs underneath, depending upon how close they move to the body. So thus the doctors, if they wear this Microsoft HoloLens, they can examine the heart, the lungs, the spine, and so on using their footsteps, movement of their footsteps. Next slide, please. So again, if you see, this is from the Apple company, Tim Cook is there. Apple's needless blood sugar tracker. So actually, if you use this watch, actually it is in the development mode. Apple is developing some kind of wearable, so that would continuously track the user's blood sugar level without breaking their screen. You need not have any piercing by needle by the doctors. If you wear this watch, so your blood sugar level can be tracked easily, and it is in the development board by the company Apple. Next slide, please. So if you see this, actually it is Cambridge Mass based on MC10 it is a company name MC10. It Go develops products in wearable sensing. Means the MC10 company develops products, wearable products. Especially, it is very useful in the area of sports, fitness, and wireless health. And it closely works with companies like Reebok, sports companies and fitness related companies, so that it can develop devices. And this MC10 Designs, actually it is the company name is MC10 Designs. It actually partners with various sports related companies and fitness related companies, and it develops apps so that the microelectronics module behind the Reebok product can actually measure the activities of the sports person, how efficiently he is doing the sports activity during his regular regime. Next slide, please. So now if you see, the robo is there. This robo is being developed by researchers from Rutgers and Mount Sinai Hospital. This robo is being recently developed. It is a blood drawing robo that can take patient's blood more effectively than human medical professionals. Suppose if you wanted to take blood samples from the humans, actually what they will do, normal practice is actually they will insert a needle and they will actually draw our blood samples. But if you use this robo, it has been developed by researchers from Rutgers and Mount Sinai Hospital. Actually, it will prevent unnecessary complications and pain in patients from multiple needle insertion attempts. Okay, patients do not have suppose if the doctors are not able to easily identify the veins of the patients, multiple needle insertions will be done by either by doctors or nurses. So using this blood drawing robo, we can easily draw blood samples, and it has been recently developed by February 2020, just 2 months ago, by researchers from Rutgers and Mount Sinai Hospital. Next slide, please. So if you see this, the company name is Muse. It is written in the headband there, MUSE. The product name they are given is Muse S. So actually, the Muse S shares real-time feedback on brain activity. Any human being's brain activity can be tracked, heart rate can be tracked, or breathing and body movements also can be tracked. This actually is being developed by the Muse company. Just recently again, it happened in the year January 2020. The company name is Muse and the product name is Muse S. So if you wear while you are sleeping this headband, it will actually help us to track how well your brain is functioning, how well the heart is, or your heartbeat rate, or how are you able to breathe. So for asthma patients and all, it will be very useful. And using your body, you can also track your body movements during your sleep pattern. Next slide, please. So if you see watch-like pattern is there, it is called as wearable virus detection device. So during COVID-19, actually Estimote is a company name. It created a wearable for contact testing. So you might be aware about that. Contact testing is being done by medical professionals in order to trace the contacts which are being made. So this device name is named as Proof of Health, and it features a passive GPS as well as Bluetooth and an ultra wideband radio and a built-in LTE. So this device also has settings depending upon the user's health, which can be changed if they have been exposed to a potential infection. So following this, the device will also be able to indicate whether the other people the user has come in contact with, whether they have got the COVID-19 virus or not. So overall, the device could also help the employers improve contact tracing efforts at essential workplaces where large number of workers need to work, especially in manufacturing sectors. And this device has been developed in the last month, April 2020. Next slide, please. So now if you see the device name or the app name, not the device name, the app name and the watch kind of device is there. It is called as ImmuTouch. Again, it has been developed in the during COVID-19 period. So the ImmuTouch wearable, it alerts users when they touch their face. So now all over the world, many doctors are advising us in order to avoid contacting the COVID-19 virus, we should not touch our face and we should frequently clean our hands and faces. So it is a water resistant design. It ensures that hand washing won't render it waterlogged. Means even if you keep your hands washing at regular intervals frequently. It is a water resistant thing, so it will not affect that wearable device. It's a kind of watch, and it will provide up to 24 hours of usage per charge. If you charge one time, up 1 day or 24 hours, it will last. So it will alert the user or the wearer of this watch kind of product, ImmuTouch. It will alert them not to touch their faces. Whenever you are about to touch your face, it will actually alert you by kind of giving a beep sound. It will also tell you how many times actually you have touched your face. Okay, if you wear this ImmuTouch device. Next slide, please. So far we have discussed Industry 4.0 technologies in agricultural sector, and then followed by healthcare sectors. Now we will see Industry 4.0 or Internet of Things and e-commerce, how it is being applied in e-commerce, real-time applications. Next slide, please. So if you see this data, it is according to Global Artificial Intelligence, AI, in retail market size. In the year 2018, if you happen to see, $2,306.8 were there. Now they had actually projected that in the year 2026, it will be increased to 23,426. And it also tells that computer vision, natural language processing, machine learning, and others, and North America artificial intelligence in retail market size, they are telling in 2018 in North America it is all about 2,306.8. Now if you see, they are projected by the year 2026 it will go up to 23,426.3 million. Next slide, please. That is the growth of artificial intelligence they are projecting in retail market. Next slide, please. So now if you see, like human beings, like normal human beings, robots are being used. It is a manufacturing factory or warehouse. It is a Flipkart, and this warehouse is being located in Bangalore itself. And the company Flipkart actually has deployed 1,000-odd robot to help. This robot will actually sort the packages at one of its delivery hub. This delivery hub is actually situated in the outskirts of Bangalore. So it has happened after the Walmart Flipkart association, or after the Walmart has acquired the Flipkart company. It has deployed robotics to streamline its supply chain. Next slide, please. So if you see, it is the Walmart company has partnered with a company called Nuro, N-U-R-O. You can also see the name of the vehicle. It is written there, small letters, N-U-R-O. The Walmart actually has partnered with this Nuro company. This Nuro company actually develops autonomous vehicles. Okay, it is a robotic company that uses driverless technology to deliver goods to customers. So what actually happened means the Walmart has actually partnered with this Nuro company, a robotic company, which makes driverless cars, so that the Walmart can deliver the ordered goods by customers at their doorsteps without even having any driver to drive that automatic car. Okay, and actually it is being developed. In this case, the Nuro vehicles will deliver Walmart online grocery orders to select a group of customers who opt into the service. It has been developed and implemented in Houston in the year 2019, December month. Next slide, please. So if you see, like Flipkart, Amazon warehouse, this is an Amazon warehouse. This is an inside view of Amazon warehouse where humans and machines become one. This, if you see the down orange color kind of weighing, it is looking like a kind of weighing machine, but it is actually a robo. The robo is named as Kiva Robo at Amazon company, K-I-V-A, Kiva Robo. So the purpose of this robo, it actually looks like weighing machines. It will take tons of loads, movement of tons of products. It can move from one place to another without having any hassles and with accuracy. So that these Kiva robots are being used at Amazon company using these IoT technologies, Industry 4.0 technologies. Next slide, please. So far we had seen IoT technologies or Industry 4.0 technologies being applied in agriculture sector, healthcare sector, followed by e-commerce sector or retail sector. Now we will see how it is being applied in automobile industry. Next slide, please. So if you see, actually, it is a car manufacturing plant, assembly line, and actually instead of human beings or like human beings, actually robo machines build car bodies, and it is happening in Kia. Now recently, Kia Motors have actually launched its company's cars in India also, KIA, Kia Motors. So this is actually happening. Robotics are actually welding car bodies like human beings in the car assembly line, car manufacturing plant. And this plant is actually located at Kia Motors Slovakia plant in Zilina, Zilina, Slovakia. Next slide, please. So now again, if you see this slide, it is also again car manufacturing plant. This car manufacturing plant is located at Solihull factory, UK, and this car manufacturing plant belongs to the car company called Land Rover. Actually, if you see, a single car is being like human beings, it is being assembled by robot itself, robotic machines itself. Application of Industry 4.0 in automobile industries. You can see in your real life. Next slide, please. Yeah. Now, if you see Toyota company, we all will be knowing the Toyota company. So the Toyota is trying to come up with a concept AI car. Means they are trying to develop a car with AI technology, integrated AI technologies, with forward-thinking user interface. So in order to reflect its personality. So actually, Toyota's goal is to create an emotional bond between the driver and the car artificial intelligence, and the concepts design looked. Actually, they had actually introduced this concept, Toyota concept, and if you see the slide, Toyota concept after that iPhone is there. That Chinese letter is like AI concept. So they are actually showcased this model in 2017, the month of June, and actually they need to come up with the launches. Actually, if you see this slide, it is the name of the two-wheeler, electric two-wheeler is called as Flow. A Gurgaon-based startup has really developed. Name of the company is 22 Motors. It has actually unveiled the prototype version of Flow, which is actually enabled by artificial intelligence that will cater to the needs of young commuters. Actually, what they are planning to do in this Flow bike is, it will be equipped with features like sensors, smart storage, Internet of Things, telescopic suspension, and inbuilt mobile charger, which is already there, with the storage space of 2 helmets, etc. And they are actually, it is a prototype. They are actually talked about their products in the month of April, last month, 2020. So now again, if you see in this slide, Walmart has also partnered with company called Gatik, Gatik. It is again self-driving vehicle. This Gatik AI will be designing Walmart's autonomous delivery vans, so that whoever has ordered online through Walmart for the selected privileged customers, this autonomous delivery vans developed by Gatik AI car, we call it as, Walmart has partnered with this Gatik, and this car, autonomous car, will go and deliver the products at their doorsteps of the customers. Next slide, please. So far we have seen Industry 4.0 technologies in various industries. Now we will see how augmented reality and virtual reality is being applied. Next slide, please. So if you see this slide, 40% would be willing to pay more for a product if they could experience it through augmented reality. So what it exactly means, if augmented reality or virtual reality is being used by companies to demonstrate or to sell their products or to market their products, 40% more customers they'll be able to get. 61% of shoppers prefers to shop at stores that offer augmented reality over the companies that don't offer augmented reality. So it also shows there is a willing from the customer side or potential customer sides to buy those products from the companies which offer augmented reality or virtual reality facilities. And the data also shows that 71% of shoppers would shop at a retail shop more often if they are being offered augmented reality technologies. Next slide, please. So now if you see this slide, Now we will see the applications of augmented reality and virtual reality, real-time applications. So if you see, it is a mirror, M-I-R-R-A-R, capital A-R, jewelry. Actually, it is offering augmented reality features to its potential customers, wherein they can choose, if they download the apps, they can choose the earrings they would like to purchase in future, and they can test how will it look like in their face or necklaces in their necks, and they can finally come to a conclusion whether to go for a purchase of that product or not from that company. Next slide, please. If you see this slide, it is again an app developed by the company named Carrotland. It is a virtual try-on for earrings. So if you see again the prospective or potential customer, if they download the app, they can actually try different models or different types of earrings without even going to the shop, without even actually facing the hurdles of going in traffic, carrying cash or cards. They can try on their own, sitting in at their own comfort, their home itself, and they can choose a product which is apt to them, and then they can go for a buying decision. Next slide, please. So now if you see in this slide, a lady looks like dancing, but actually it is not. She is not actually practicing any dance steps. It is actually application of augmented reality. Madam, next slide, please. Yeah. So if you see in this slide, it appears like a lady is practicing some dance step in dance class, but actually it is not. So it is actually practical application of virtual fitting room for in a retail shop. So without even going to trial rooms, without getting any sweats in that small trial room, removing your class, you need to try your new class and come and see in mirror in front of all, and you need to ask opinions from others how it looks like. So it removes all these practical difficulties for a prospective customers, and they can simply stand in front of that virtual room. A mirror kind of thing will be there. Without even removing your clothes, whatever clothes you would like to purchase in the future, you can just have a look at, select, and I can have a look at it, how it will appear in you or on you. Next slide, please, so that you can make a purchasing decision later on. So now if you see this slide, it is like shop for rings. Again, the shop for rings, it is offering rings for especially for ladies. You can try on different rings and you can choose whichever suits best for you without even going to the shop. How will it look like on your finger? It will actually, you can see it without even stepping into any shops. Next slide, please. So now if you see this slide, it is an app developed by a company called Wannakicks. Name is also there, WANNA Kicks. So it is an iOS app. It allows a shopper to just choose a pair of kicks. Okay, point the camera at their feet and see how the shoes look right away. So instead of placing your legs on some board, the measurement board, and some shopkeeper touches the feet of your feet, it will be embarrassing for you. You may feel guilty when somebody else touches your feet, even for trial of some, if you want to purchase some shoes or sandals. So instead of having that practice, if you use this app, you can point the camera of your mobile phone at your legs, and you can see how well the product will look like. Then you can go for purchase in the shop later on. Next slide, please. So if you see, the company is called as Sally, SALLY. It is a beauty chain. So it is enhancing the store experience with ColorView AI technology. So what exactly this means? Sally ColorView is nothing but a dye company. It offers various colors of dyes. So in the this kiosk will be placed in various malls. So you can simply go near to the kiosk and select a color. It's actually a dye. So you can simply tap on that color which you are choosing, and you can see how well it looks like the colored dye on your hair. So see yourself in a new whole shade. So how will it look like? After that, you can go for a purchase. Next slide, please. So if you see this one, this is called as Hi Mirror, HIMIR
or OR. It is an interactive smart beauty mirrors powered with AI technology. It boasts the ability to measure everything from your face like wrinkles and fine lines, even to dark circles, spots, roughness, and pores. And actually, this will be measured, and these profiles will be stored in your individual profile in the cloud basis. If you download this High Mirror app, so what is the usage of this High Mirror means? The customers have got the chance to buy a beauty or skincare product and interact with mirror at multiple points. Means before purchasing the product, how well your skin was looking or how well your face was looking, and after purchasing and you using it at the first time, is there any improvement after using that product? And over a period of time, if you are if you are getting the results, you can change the skincare product, or you can continue using the same skincare product, and you can visibly see how well it helps your faces to get beautified. Next slide, please. So now, if you see, I think IKEA is a Swedish furniture company, famous, reputed company. Now it has launched its company in Hyderabad, also in India. So what happens means it has built a free augmented reality application. It has partnered with the Apple company. The Apple company's new technology called as ARKit technology. So the IKEA furniture company has partnered with Apple's new ARKit technology. So how it helps IKEA means this app will let users experience how sofas or armchairs or coffee tables or even any other furnishing items will fit into your home, even before the purchase of that product which you are planning to purchase. The furniture you can just place on the place where means you can place the camera where in which area you wanted to put that furniture or place that furniture, whether it is sofa or armchair or a coffee table or any other furniture. You can simply take a decision how well it will fit into your room or hall without even buying the furniture. Next slide, please. So it is again similar kind of thing. It is actually developed by OpenDesk customers. Actually, they are also using augmented reality app. So using this OpenDesk augmented reality app, you will be able to see how the furniture will look in your home before ordering them from the shop. Next slide, please. So now if you see this, a company called LAN, L-A-N, LAN Labs, actually it has come up with an app called AIR Measure, Air Measure. It is a virtual tape measure, and it will actually move. It will measure as you move. Means actually, usually what normal practice how we will use measuring anything means, we used to have inch tape, and we'll ask somebody's help to hold the other corner of the inch tape, and we'll move around to measure it, and it is an hectic process. So what happens means this LAN Labs have come up with an virtual app called as Air Measure. So it is a virtual tape measure. So when you use this app, you can actually measure any dimensions. That example also I had given there, and you can measure anything in the well, even the corners of the room also can be measured. Even also using this app, you can make a floor plan. You can measure anything using this Air Measure virtual tape measure. So the difficulty of calling one other person to hold the physical inch tape and going around the room can be avoided, and accurate measurements can be taken even in the corner rooms. Next slide, please. So now if you see this slide, we might all have played, it is called as jump rope. Okay, this name of this device is called as Jump Rope Rookie. It actually tracks the training activities. Suppose these ropes can be very much useful for persons or individuals who are involved in sports activities. So this device is called as Tangram Smart Jump. So what exactly it does means, it includes data such as time, how much time you have jumped, number of jumps, calories burnt. So it will help the athletes easily to achieve their fitness goals when they are working out from home. So it is like a skipping rope which we earlier used during our childhood days. So technology is being used related to this smart jump rope rookie. This company name is Pangram Smart Jump. Okay, so it actually captures the data such as time, number of jumps you have done, calories burned, and it will be very helpful for the athletes when they actually use this for their fitness goals when they work out from their home or in gyms. Next slide, please. So now if you see in this slide, Perform is the studio bike. Actually, the Perform studio bike, it is a pro exercise bike, enables you to work out totally at your own convenience at your home itself. You need not go to gym. You need not ask any trainer's help. You need not pay huge amount for going to gym as a subscription fees. Nowadays, if you see, the reputed gym wallahs are asking, gym companies are asking around not less than 10,000 per year. So yearly they're asking 2,000 per month like that, and they're minting money like anything. If you purchase this Perform Studio bike, it is a pro exercise bike. It enables you to do your total workouts at your home itself. So the bike actually works by incorporating a pivot screen. Right side it is there, a small screen is there. So that will offer access to the iFit coach. Actually, it is a pre-installed thing there, iFit coach. So the coach will instruct you how you need to do a workout. Like a physical, in a physical gym, how a physical coach is instructing you, training you. If you purchase this one, this iFit coach will help you to control and make your workouts easier at your own comfort, at your own home, without paying huge subscription to gym companies. Next slide, please. So far we have seen, now we will see technology in construction industries, how Industry 4.0 technologies are being used in construction industries. So if you see in this slide, your home also can be connected with smart technologies. So if you see Alexa, I think you might all have heard. So you can dim the light of the room or a living area. You can actually, ceiling lights can be controlled. Home security can also be done using this Industry 4.0 technologies. You can also control the temperature of the room using your AC. All these things are possible in the construction industry. Next slide, please. So now if you see in this slide, there is one small round black color tiny box is there. It is actually not a box, though it appears to be a box. It is actually a robo, and the robo name is Roborock S5 Max. So this is the name of that robo. What actually it does means, it does the home cleaning by touch of a button or with a voice command by the user. So you can avoid maids. You can use this robo. It is like, and you might have seen our Euro. If you want to purchase the vacuum cleaner also, you may be knowing how much weight it will have. If you see this one, you need not even carry along with you. But whereas if you use this Euroclean products or any other vacuum cleaners, you need to carry along. The individuals also need to carry these vacuum cleaners, and they also may actually get the dust and breathing problems may come. So in order to avoid all these things, this robo has been developed, and the robo name is Roborock S5 Max. So it actually provides advanced home cleaning by touch of a button or with a voice command. Next slide, please. So now if you see, four products are there in the right hand side top. The hub brain is there and sensors are there. Actually, it helps to detect any physical motion of any human being. Security, if anybody is seeing through door or window from outside, any water leakage is there, that can also be detected using this alarm. Smoke alarm also can be done using this. Smoke alarm can also be detected, and temperature, humidity can also be controlled. And this product name or the sensor name is called as OLARM, OLARM. So it is a sensor. It can detect all these things so that you can live happily and safely. Next slide, please. So I would like to conclude that Industry 4.0 technologies is the way forward, and many of the companies will use these technologies in order to increase their efficiency, operations, economy, profit. And if the companies are not going forward in the future, if the companies are not using these technologies in their companies, if they are not integrating these Industry 4.0 technologies, then they will be at the back seat. And I thank all the participants for their kind attention and patience listening. So thank you one and all.